Okay, question number 1. Take us through the application process to the University of Tsukuba. Well, yeah, I'm here to do that. Yeah. I'm here to do that, You're my customers. I love you so much. So the product you want me to produce or to bring on the market is what I bring. Come on, I'll do that. It's so simple, I'm dancing on your tunes. I'm on their wings. So, thank you so much, Oris, for watching. So today I'm going to talk about the application process to the University of Tsukuba, basically or mainly for the classes. I have my pen here and my book. My book here, the notes already taken. So if I'm the teacher, you're the student. Any questions? Number 1. So there's a person who asked me, Anne, could you please take us through the application process to the University of Tsukuba for the Global30 program? And here I am. I am an alumni. Alumnus 1. Alumni many, right? So I'm an alumnus of the University of Tsukuba, Japan. And I'm going to tell you what I know about the application. Of course, things might have changed a little bit because of some things that are occurring and the pandemic and everything, but I'm going to make sure that I tell you things that are general and I direct you where you can get the full packet or a buffet of all the information you need. So, first things first, before you apply to any program, I'm just going to give you my advice, according to how I understand things from Annie's perspective or from a student's perspective. I strongly advise you to first read about the course, Go to the website and read about the course, read the details and the topics that are included in that course, and really carefully analyze that information and check if what they are going to teach matches your desires. That's the first thing I would recommend you to do. If there is anything that is unclear to you, anything that's not lucid enough to you, shoot an email to them. They will respond to you as soon as possible. Of course, they might be busy, but I sent them an email, they responded to me within a day. So if there is anything you don't understand, just send them an email. They respond to you as soon as possible. And you should do this, I think, not only to the University of Tsukuba, but all other universities you're going to apply to. First, read about the course. Really know. Seriously, you should know what the course includes before you even consider, looking at the university and everything. Universities, names of the universities and their positions are good, but really having what you want, I think is the most important thing, because you should do what you enjoy, right? So after checking that, and in the case, the information about the biological sciences course or the 2 other courses, that's the agricultural sciences and the geosciences, if any of those matches your desires, try to attend their online webinars. Because of Corona, now they are running online webinars, to just take you through some of the application process, the things they are looking for, and that's your chance to ask as many questions as you can about the application. So next question would be, how do you know about the webinars? I would advise you to follow them on Facebook. That is the University of Tsukuba English Programs. Just like their page, and you'll be able to see whatever they post there. They post most of the information on that Facebook page, and actually that's how some of my friends knew about this new program, this new engineering program. Before our batch, because I joined Tsukuba in 2016, there were 3 programs: biological sciences, agrobiological sciences, and geosciences. Right now, there are 4: biological sciences, agrobiological, geoscience, and interdisciplinary. Oh, that word disturbs me a lot. Oh my God, Queen's language. Interdisciplinary engineering. Yes, I made it. So, attend their webinars and ask as many questions as you can. They are open people. They are, how can I say, honest. So they will really tell you what they feel. They won't hide anything to you. I know them. Unless they are different when they are handling those webinars. But if they are the same people, I know. They're just honest people, and they will tell you the truth about life. Not about life, but the truth they are looking for. They will be open to you. And that's the thing we all need as students, We want to get the real information, not trying to hide things that you can put us in traps, right? So after attending those webinars, you'll have a lot of information about the thing, and then you'll be able to decide whether you apply to the G30 program at Tsukuba University or not. But I recommend you to apply if you do qualify. So once you have decided, or once you have made up your mind that you're going to apply to the University of Tsukuba, to any college, biological sciences, agro, geo, and interdisciplinary engineering, then you have to start preparing your documents. The application process to the University of Tsukuba is in 2 stages. The first stage of screening and the second stage. I'm going to talk about these 2 stages separately, and I'm going to start with the first stage. In the first stage, you fill in the online application, and then you send the documents, and then they assess the documents, and then you proceed to the second stage. To write the online application, you have to consider the deadline. That's very, very important. Mark it somewhere. The application period is normally from late September or early October to mid-December. But as I told you, things are changing, and because of the pandemic, many things have changed. So always check their website. Of course, I'm going to put the link in the description box just below this video, so you'll be able to see most of the information there. So the documents you're going to be preparing that time will be your SATs, SAT scores, preparing to do your SAT exams, your IELTS, and then your statement of purpose. Well, you have to start preparing for the SAT exams and IELTS exams as early as you can. I will be honest with you, those are the exams I hate the most. I don't like SATs, I don't like IELTS. I can't lie to you, I don't like those exams. They are very expensive, and I can't lie to you, but I did them twice, but I didn't learn so much from them. Like, there is no connection between what I studied from the university and those exams. They're totally different things, So I was like, why do you have to pay this so much money, to just get the score, and then you get judged by that? It's just a sad thing. Personally, I don't like them. I don't like them at all. And if someone just mentions them in front of me, I feel like, oh, those exams. I can't lie to you. I don't like those exams. They're very hard, very expensive. I learn less, no connection to what I study to the university. So after preparing for those exams, you do them and make sure that you get the score that you do like. And even if you get that score, make sure that you are trying to get the best score. Fight so that you get the best score. Don't just do it for the sake of getting the score they want. Do you know why? The program is becoming extremely competitive. So try your best. I can't say any more words about those exams because the bird scared me, because I just don't like them. So regarding the personal statement, start writing your personal statement or the statement of purpose as soon as possible. So how do you write your personal statement, or how do you write your statement of purpose? As I told you, I'm going to insert the link of the website where you can access all the application forms in the description box. So you'll be able to see the application form. It will be just like a replica of the normal application form. So before you start writing your personal statement, go through that application form to see the questions they want you to answer. Because the personal statement you're going to submit is not like a general personal statement or anything, There are specific questions. Oh, boys, I'm making a video. Come on, I'm making a video for my customer. Hello. And then plans. Oh my gosh. Okay. So try to read through the application guidelines. The document will be in that link that I'm going to put in the description box, and look at the questions they're asking, and then try to write the answers according to the questions. Make sure that you answer their question. After writing your personal statement, I've been there. You feel like, oh, my personal statement is really good. Well, get a person who is really good at editing things or at analyzing things, who is good at academic writing. Let that person go through your personal statement. We always make mistakes, so I don't think that what you've written will be perfect. Of course, you're going to make so many drafts, but even your last draft will have mistakes. Grammar, sentence structure, etc. So get a person who can help you to really go through that personal statement and give you some meaningful comments. There's a difference between getting a person who speaks English and getting a person who has great analytical skills or writing skills. I think you understand what I mean. Get a person who can give you constructive feedback, not a person who is going to just look at the spelling, only the spelling. No, get a person who can combine both, the spelling, the content, the flow, the structure, and everything. Once all that is done, put everything in the application form online and then submit it. After submitting that, make sure that you pack all of the documents that are needed, pack them well inside the envelope, and then send them to the University of Tsukuba via a registered mail, maybe by DHL or post office if you're in Japan. Well, from my point of view, or from where I'm standing, I don't like that thing of sending documents. By post office or by DHL. It's very, very expensive, and we are all thinking about climate change. Why do you want me to print so much paper and then I send it to Japan? It's very expensive. I have already submitted my application online, but you still want me to send my physical documents by DHL. That means that a poor student cannot apply to such a university. You understand? I was lucky because I had the Ashinaga scholarship. So they paid, they covered all the costs. Seriously, if I didn't have a scholarship, I wouldn't apply to the University of Tsukuba. I mean, how would I pay for DHL? How would I pay for those SAT exams? How would I pay for IELTS? Oh man, I was just a lucky Homo sapien.
However, things might change in the future. Actually, I heard on the grapevine that they are going to move to submitting documents online only for the first stage of screening. That means that the applicants won't have to submit their documents by a registered mail, at least for the first stage of screening. So it would be good for you to confirm that. As I told you, things can change year to year due to various reasons. So try to confirm that and always just have the most updated application guidelines PDF.
Anyways, so after that, as I told you, make sure that you submit your documents early and make sure that the documents reach on time. The physical documents must reach the university, I think, by January 5th. I'm not so sure. Please check. These deadlines do change, but by early January, your documents must be in the university. Don't do this mistake. Don't wait and think that you're going to take the documents to the university physically. Even though you live in Tsukuba, within Tsukuba city, they won't accept your documents. I'm telling you out of experience. They'll be like, the post office is there. Go post them. So just be smart enough, do as they say in the guidelines, okay? Yeah, so follow the rules. So after submitting that, don't relax. Try applying to other universities. And the results for the first stage of screening is normally early February. It doesn't delay that much, early February. So if they select you for the interview, or if you are successful in the first stage of screening, congratulations. I mean, that thing is becoming very, very competitive. So that will be a good thing, positive vibe. So after that, you'll be preparing for the interviews. In the interview, they will send you a list of the people who will be in the interview or on the panel. So I would advise you to prepare as much as you can, read about the course, your desires, what you want to do in the future, the things, I made a video about my interview experience, so you can check it if you have time. I talked about the entire thing, how it was, the questions and everything. So if you have time, you can just have a look at it. So for the interviews, and try to get a person who can help you to just practice, to better your thinking capabilities, without reading what you have written on the paper, but trying, to think, just collect all those general interview questions, send them to the interviewer, and then ask that person to interview you. I mean, the interviewer, might be your family member, your friend, or anybody else, just ask them to help you to practice, They can ask you questions, and that just try to train yourself to keep an eye contact and try to use your brain to think about the questions that person will be asking you. That's how I practiced. It worked. So it might also work for you. It will also be good to get a person who can think beyond those questions, and ask you something that's not on the paper to see how quick you can think about the answers and how well you can structure them without reading them on the paper. So so the interview date. Of course, before the interview date, they will send you some of the details. They will they will ask for your Skype ID, and they will test the internet a day before. They will check that. After confirming that the internet will be fine and everything will be fine, they'll say bye-bye to you, and then they wait for you on the interview date, the most scariest day. Oh my Buddha. Oh my God. So, before you attend any interview, make sure that you go through your application, especially the part where you described your desires or your interests in the program and why that university. In simple terms, go through your statement of purpose. I mean, those are general questions in the interviews, but try to really know it, knowing that and why that university, why that program, your future plans, and everything. And then other questions, of course, they'll ask you some tricky questions, but don't just keep quiet. Try to use your brain, just give them your answers, present to them where your brain stops, they'll know that your brain stops there, and they'll try to help you, to become a better thinker, So it's fine. And if you don't know anything during the interview, that's fine. You can still survive. The interview is not the only thing that will determine your potential. There's so many other things. So, gambare, go for it. Just go for it and do it. So yeah, so the interview will be done in early March, and the results are in the same month. That is late March. As I told you earlier, things might change because of various reasons, so it's always good to be updated. Just have that application guideline PDF thing on your desktop or somewhere. Don't lose it. Always keep an eye on it to know the dates, or note the dates down. So yeah, by the way, they actually made a good video about the interviews, what they are looking for, the kind of students, they do like. You can check their video here. They mention most of the things, This is a video from the University of Tsukuba, so you should give it a watch before you attend your interviews, They are honest. They will be open, but try your best. That's what I can say to you. Try your best. If there is, birds. I told you, I'm in a national park. I'm in Wolfson College at Oxford, but it's more like a national park, Birds, insects, everything. Anyways, we leave that. We are back. So, yeah. So, if there is anything you think I can help you with, maybe practice, or if you have any questions regarding the application or the interview or anything, if I know it, I'll be more than happy to tell it to you. But of course, if I don't know, it will be good for you to also ask the university. Of course, you might think that, maybe since Anne is also a student, it will be good for me to ask her. It's fine, I've been there, so just ask me. The moment I get time, I'll just be able to respond to you as soon as possible. But if there are any other questions regarding interviews and everything, any advice on most of the things, just shoot them an email. They'll be able to respond to you with either some advice or nothing, depending on the question you asked. Yeah. The success of your application will depend on those two stages. I mean, the documents you submitted and the performance at the interview. Those are the two things they will depend on to offer you a place. And actually, if you have good scores and you perform so well on the interview, they might give you a university scholarship. You never know, so just do your best. So if you are lucky enough and get admitted, for that Global30 thing at the University of Tsukuba, they will email you the admission papers or the admission procedures in early April. They will send the documents to you. I don't know if they still send the documents, but they normally send the documents to you by DHL, and then the next step is to apply for the visa, and Yeah, join the University of Tsukuba. Imagine the future, we shall go together. La 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 la. Yeah. So, the extra advice I would like to give you is that once you have finished applying to the University of Tsukuba, don't relax. I advise you to apply to about 3 universities in Japan. That's my advice. Why? I was reading through the application guidelines. Last year, oh my God, it's the saddest thing I've ever seen in my life. They accepted only 5 students. Only 5 students. 5 students, biological sciences, 6 students, agrobiological sciences, geosciences, several. Man, the program is very, very competitive. Well, in our year, they accepted about 20 students. We're about 18 or 20 students in only biological sciences. In agrobio, there were more than us. Geosciences, there were a few, and I think that's why now they are giving more chances to geosciences. I don't know, but seriously, that shocked me. I mean, so many like that program, biological sciences, and agrobiology, but now they accept a few students, Man, we were the luckiest, seriously. I can't lie to you. If I didn't apply to the University of Tsukuba in 2016, if I'm applying this year, I wouldn't have joined Tsukuba University. I can't lie to you. My grades were so poor. I got a D in biology. How can you convince someone that you're going to be better at the subject you've been almost failing? It's not a lie, but you must be having so much passion that you can just brag about your passion so that you convince them that, hey guys, look, despite that, despite those poor grades, actually have great potential. How can you convince people that you have great potential in a politer way? You understand that? So it would have been so hard for me to convince them this time that I can do it, with my poor grades, yet there are people who have excellent SAT scores, excellent IELTS scores, excellent excellent biology scores. That would be hard. I wouldn't attend Tsukuba University. I was just so lucky. When I think about it, I'm like, wow, I was extremely lucky, Oh man, life is just crazy. You go, your time comes, you get admitted. After that, things change all of a sudden. Man, life can be hard. So, applying to the University of Tsukuba might not be a guarantee for you to get a place. So, I strongly advise you to also apply to other universities because it really hurts if you invest so much energy in it. You pay, for those SAT, you pay for those exams, SATs, IELTS, and then you pay for the DHL costs, you pay the application fee and the fee, the application fee, that is the first stage, because you pay for the first stage and the second stage. So if you are going to apply, give it your best. But even if you have given it your best, try to also apply to other universities, just to be safe. That would be my advice for now. Yeah, this is the list of the documents you need to apply to the University of Tsukuba for the Global30 program, such as biological sciences. But please, I strongly advise you to go through the application guidelines because what they need might change year to year. The other thing you must be keen about is the deadline. Try to make sure that you read the most updated website or the most updated application guidelines so that you don't miss anything. And what else can I tell you? Come on, just go for it. Try it. Without trying it, you can't know your mistakes, your potential and everything, right? So, go for it, Homo sapien. Thank you so much for always watching. You don't know how much you mean to me. You mean a lot to me. I'll just end it here. Thank you so much always for watching. I love you so much, my great customers. I mean, you're the best. I wish I can sell all my goods to you. Yeah, makes sense? I love you. Bye. Don't forget to like, share, and smash that red button. Thank you so much. Bye bye.